Okay, good morning. It is PCT day 46. We're leaving mile 508.1. The plan is 10 miles into HIKERTOWN. It's a little after 7, and it is hot already. So it's supposed to be in the high 80s today, and I think tomorrow. So get to HIKERTOWN, find some shade, hopefully some cold drinks, charge stuff, rest up, and then I think we're going to night hike out tonight once the gets close to the sun going down is the plan. Just kind of depends on how draining this 10 miles is. It's been all downhill so far, and then it's supposed to be pretty flat after that. So we'll see. Let's go.
Aqueduct?
Could be. Now it goes straight out and then turns.
Straight out into infinity.
Yes, and beyond. Straight to HIKERTOWN. That is a lot of flat nothing. Yeah, there's a gate. Okay, believe it or not, we were at a Motel 6. Things took another wild turn again, and boy do I have a story to tell you, but you'll have to wait till shower and food first. Oh man, I look rough. Okay, end of PCT day 46. We made it to mile 517. I think it's 517, something like that. HIKERTOWN. It's about 9 point something miles, 9.8 miles or so for the day. So, got in HIKERTOWN. I think I filmed there. And we were looking at, before we got to HIKERTOWN, we were looking at staying in Tehachapi in the next couple of days. And at first we had a bounce box there. We were just gonna go in, pick up the bounce box and head on, since we were so close to a zero or a double zero we already had in Santa Clarita. But we were looking at the map, and really after Tehachapi, we start heading towards the Sierras, and there's not really an option for hotels right off trail or a hitch off trail. It's like hiking miles to get off trail. So we decided we should probably stay in Tehachapi, at least take a zero and get clean clothes and all that, since it was kind of our last chance. So we looked at hotels there. It was super expensive, and the timetable for when we would arrive in Tehachapi was going to be Memorial Weekend. So we called around, and most hotels were either booked or like $160 a night, and really expensive. So we didn't want to do that. So we're trying to look at secondary options, and we found the Mojave, another town, that looked like we could get an Uber from HIKERTOWN to Mojave and take a zero there instead. Wait a couple days for this heat wave. We got a big heat wave coming. 3 days. They're supposed to be in the high 90s, and then go back to HIKERTOWN and complete that section after, and skip Tehachapi completely. So that was the plan. We got to HIKERTOWN, and it was like $57 for an Uber to Mojave, and it's not too bad considering Mojave's like 45 miles away from HIKERTOWN. But if we could get closer, then it would make that cheaper. And there was a shuttle service that went to a market close to HIKERTOWN that was a little bit closer. So we hopped in the shuttle that was free, went to the market. It dropped the Uber down to like $47. So I processed it through, but we sat there for several hours, and there was no Uber drivers that wanted to do it. So we talked to the people at the market. They said, yeah, you'll never get Uber to come out here. It makes it look like it's trying to find someone, but it never finds anyone on the app. So no one ever came out. So we decided to take the shuttle back to HIKERTOWN and ask the guy that runs it, or one of the guys that runs it or works there or whatever, because we'd heard in the comments on Far Out that he gave someone a ride to Santa Clarita as long as they were willing to pay for gas. So we found the guy, or a guy that works there, and Dad talked to him and said, hey, we're willing to pay for gas if you'll take us to Mojave. So he said yes, and it was a long process throughout the day getting all that worked out, but we got a ride to Mojave. We're taking, spending the night tonight, and we're washing everything. There's a laundry here. We're very close to a store. We're very close to a restaurant. We wanted to find a place. That was the other thing about Tehachapi. Everything was so spread out. And this place had a market for resupply, so we don't have to go into Tehachapi, and it's a lot more centrally located. And the hotel, Motel 6, was only like $60 for the night. So it was just a better deal overall, minus getting the ride in. But luckily, we were able to pay for gas for the guy. He charged less than what the Uber would have been, and he gave us a ride to Mojave. So now we're here at the Motel 6. Had food across the street. I can't remember the name of the place. Really good burger. Bought some resupply stuff for the hotel. We're going to do resupply shopping. We don't need much. Our food bags are still pretty full. But resupply enough to get us from Tehachapi or HIKERTOWN to Kennedy Meadows. So there's a bunch more on that subject as far as what's coming up next, but I'm not going to cover it in today's video because there's enough trail stuff, and tomorrow there won't be any trail stuff because we're taking a zero. So I'll probably take some time tomorrow to go over future plans for what's coming up and kind of what we're thinking about the next section, and what we're thinking about the Sierras and just the trip overall. So be sure to check out the next video from tomorrow, because I should have more time and I can go into more detail about kind of our future plans going forward, things me and Dad had talked about and stuff that's going on at home, and just the whole trip in general, kind of what we're thinking going forward. Because we've got, the plan is in July, or the plan going into the trip was in July for me to go back home for my birthday and for my oldest son Alice's birthday, and take at least a week or two off trail and then come back. But we've discussed some different options and some ways to get back and what sections we want to do and some current events and other things that are going on with our family right now, and just different things. So we kind of came up with a game plan, but I'll go over that tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry about the huge gap between coming into HIKERTOWN. It's like things just happen, and we're not sure really what we're doing, so I can't really film and say, hey, this is the plan, because we don't know what the plan is. It just kind of fly by the seat of our pants, and we have like, oh, we think this is the plan, and then that doesn't work, and then we think this is the plan, and we're so busy trying to figure out what the next plan is, there's not really time to break out the camera and be like, so we tried to do this and that failed, and we tried to do this and that failed, and now we don't know what the heck we're doing. But that was basically what today was. So that recaps it and gets you back to here. 0 tomorrow, and I'll fill you in with more of the details of kind of what we're thinking with the trip going forward, which is kind of exciting. We're excited for. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.